Herbs are a great thing to grow for health and flavor and fragrance, and now is the time to do it. Author of Gardening with Confidence, Helen Yost, is here to show us how we can do it. So nice to have you here, Helen.
Nice to be here.
Always learn so much. So are herbs easy to grow?
They are easy to grow. It's sort of like a gateway into gardening, because I think pretty much anyone can do it. Typically you need more sun than shade. There are some herbs that will grow in the shade, but you have a plant like parsley. We use it every day. This is a flat leaf parsley, and a lot of people will say that this has more flavor than the curly leaf.
Oh.
We think of the curly leaf as something that's a garnish to deviled eggs, and in the 60s, I guess that really took off, and it never really went away. And of course, in my book, Plants with Benefits, we talk about parsley being a breath freshener.
Oh, yes,
so,
it sure is.
And it really kind of makes sense that you would use it as a garnish, and you kind of look at the curly leaf on the plate and kind of eat it, I guess, to get a fresh breath. You might as well do something with it. But I grow mostly flat leaf because I think it's a prettier plant. It is more flavorful. Both the curly leaf and the flat leaf are also host butterfly plants for the black swallowtail.
Oh, wow.
So if you see a big green caterpillar on it, leave it. And just get some more.
I'm so glad you told me that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about what this is.
This is some basil.
I love the smell of basil.
I like the different basils, and actually both of these are basils. This is considered sweet basil, and this is a Thai basil. The sweet basil is nice because it's used fresh. It breaks down. The flavor will break down once it's in food, whereas the Thai basil will hold its flavor more.
Okay.
It's been cultivated to be cooked. And I have some seeds for basil that I want to let you have.
Thank
so
you,
you
Helen.
can grow them.
I certainly will.
I also like these Bonnie plants. These are 4-inch plants that are in a biodegradable container. And all you have to do is cut the side off, and you have such little waste, and you plant the whole pot.
Okay.
I like to grow from seed, but I also really like to grow a plant that I can already see and already feel like I have a garden in place.
Right. So I did a basil plant from this stage 2 years ago.
Yes.
It did wonderfully, but I had so much basil, I couldn't cook fast enough to keep up with it. So what is your recommendation on how to maybe preserve it, save it, because I just couldn't use it all?
Well, basil is a key ingredient to pesto, and it freezes beautifully.
Okay.
So go ahead and make up a pesto, like harvest the plant down. You want to keep it trimmed anyway, but harvest the plant down, make a pesto, and then put it in serving, like you can put it in ice cube trays, put it in the little baggies, little snack baggies, stick it in the freezer and have it all winter.
I love that. Okay. And which one, can all of these grow in our climate pretty well?
Yes, they can.
Okay.
Basils are an annual, so you're going to get 1 year out of them. An annual means it's going to flower and seed in 1 year. Parsleys are a biannual, so you'll have it over the winter even. And then the next year it will bolt into a flower. So you do kind of want to plant it every year because you don't really want the herb to go to flower, because it's going to take away the flower. All the energy goes to the seed and the flower production. So you really do want to do it every year, but it makes it nice for the winter. So you have green in the winter. And it's also a nice ornamental plant to have in the garden. You don't have to have it in a designated herb garden. It can be in an ornamental bed to give you color in the winter.
Nice. How much water do these require?
These are not as bad as, say, some tomato plants. They can dry out in between watering. I keep mine relatively watered well, and I grow them in containers, so they'll dry out faster. But I get my son to water for me every night. Give him $1. We all make out. It's perfect.
Okay, and I know that you are very big on conservation, so doing all that you can to conserve water.
Yes, yes.
Absolutely.
And I do what I have to do. I do a water-wise garden, but any vegetable garden is going to need more attention than probably we're going to get naturally.
Helen, thank you so much.